So if you've been keeping up with the Terminator movies, you might have noticed they've been like those unstoppable killer robots that just keep coming back for more, right? Well, after Terminator Dark Fate didn't quite hit the mark in 2019, it seems like Paramount Pictures might have finally put an end to the cybernetic threat once and for all. But hold on, it's not exactly a happy ending for future sequels. Now, you might wonder if there's any room left for another chapter in the Terminator saga, with all the time travel and alternate timelines going on. Well, as they say, the future isn't written yet. Let's rewind a bit. The last few Terminator flicks tried to shake things up a bit and dig deeper into the whole timeline mess. Remember Terminator Salvation back in 2009? It had Christian Bale bringing the heat as John Connor, battling those machines after the world went all apocalyptic. But plans for more movies got scrapped when the production company went belly up. Then came Terminator Genisys in 2015, meant to reboot the whole deal. But hey, lightning didn't strike twice. Plans for a trilogy and even a TV series tied to Genisys fizzled out after it didn't rake in enough cash to keep the party going. Terminator Dark Fate tried to rev things up again, even bringing back James Cameron in the producer's chair, but it didn't quite launch the next trilogy like they hoped. So what's the scoop on a 7th Terminator flick? Surprisingly, the odds might be a tad better than you'd think. Also, stick around till the end to hear more about how Terminator 7 might just be the one to save the day, drawing from the best of both Genisys and Dark Fate. When pondering the future of the Terminator series with a potential 7th installment, the big question on everyone's minds is whether it should be a reboot or a continuation. Given the tangled web of timelines and the lukewarm reception to previous sequels, it's unlikely that James Cameron's next Terminator flick will directly tie into any of the previous films or their failed trilogies. So, what's next? Well, considering the series' penchant for alternate timelines, there's plenty of room for exploration. Fans have long clamored for a deep dive into the dark and gritty future war teased by Cameron ages ago. With Cameron back in the driver's seat, perhaps it's finally time to witness that war in all its brutal glory. This would offer a seamless connection to the original films while offering a fresh perspective, especially if it puts the focus back on characters like Kyle Reese. On the flip side, if Cameron wants to delve into the present-day issues surrounding artificial intelligence, setting the film in the here and now might be the way to go. How exactly could Skynet come into existence today? It's a question that begs for exploration, even if Genisys already took a stab at it. Regardless of the approach, it's clear that a reboot is in order, especially since Linda Hamilton isn't exactly chomping at the bit to reprise her role as Sarah Connor. So, whether we're witnessing the epic future war or grappling with the complexities of modern AI, one thing's for sure, the Terminator series is poised for a bold new chapter. To breathe new life into the Terminator franchise, Terminator 7 might want to take a page out of the books of Terminator Genisys and Dark Fate, two films that introduced a fresh perspective to the series. Once upon a time, Terminator movies were at the top of the action and sci-fi game, especially with classics like Terminator 2 Judgment Day leading the charge. But let's face it, the subsequent films didn't quite hit the mark, with Terminator Dark Fate being a particularly tough pill to swallow in 2019. Now, with James Cameron back in the mix for Terminator 7, there's hope for a resurgence. This time, the focus shifts more toward the artificial intelligence of Skynet itself, rather than just the machines it controls. Interestingly, despite their shortcomings, both Genisys and Dark Fate brought forth an intriguing idea that could be the key to revitalizing the franchise. What's this idea, you ask? Well, it's about seeing the world through the eyes of the Terminators themselves. This fresh perspective hasn't been fully explored in previous Terminator films, and it could offer a unique and compelling angle to delve into the complexities of the series universe. So if Terminator 7 can tap into this concept and deliver a story that truly explores the motivations and perspectives of the Terminators, it just might be the shot in the arm the franchise needs to regain its former glory. In the Terminator movies, we've mostly seen the scary machines controlled by Skynet as ruthless killers without feelings. They view humans as threats and just want to wipe them out. The story is focused on the battle between humans and these machines, but surprisingly, we haven't really seen things from the perspective of the Terminator themselves. Terminators like the T-1000, T-800, and T-X are built by Skynet to follow orders without question. They're like robots programmed to do what they're told, whether it's to kill or protect humans. While some later movies like Terminator: The Sarah Connor Chronicles start to show that Terminators might have the ability to learn and change, it's not explored much until movies like Genesis and Dark Fate. Genesis and Dark Fate marked a turning point for the Terminator series. In Genesis, Arnold Schwarzenegger portrays a T-800 model in a fresh perspective, portraying a reprogrammed Terminator sent to the 1970s to safeguard Sarah Connor, played by Emilia Clarke. This version of the Terminator not only protects Sarah, but also raises her as his own daughter, with Sarah affectionately referring to him as Pops, and the T-800 viewing himself in a paternal light. Dark Fate takes this reinvention further, beginning with a shocking twist of Schwarzenegger's T-800 killing a young John Connor in 1998. With no more commands to obey and no means of returning to the future, the T-800 gradually realizes the devastating impact of John's death on Sarah, played by Linda Hamilton. Motivated by a desire to make amends, it joins forces with Sarah to prevent the apocalyptic future from resetting, ultimately sacrificing itself for John in the conclusion of Dark Fate. These films delve into uncharted territory by delving into the psyche of the Terminators themselves, portraying their journey towards a semblance of humanity. This symbolic transformation from machine to man presents an intriguing narrative thread that Terminator 7 could and should explore further. Cameron's plans for Terminator 7 have been somewhat mysterious, aside from its emphasis on artificial intelligence. However, this sets the stage perfectly for the film to delve into the perspective of the Terminators themselves. Under Skynet's control, these machines are denied the very sentience that Skynet possesses, effectively blocking them from understanding their own existence. Terminator 7 could break new ground by placing Terminators at the forefront, allowing audiences to witness their journey as they gradually awaken to their own creation and purpose. As the Terminators gain awareness, they may begin to perceive the humans they've programmed to eliminate as beings to aspire to. They recognize humans as sentient creatures who possess independent thoughts and meaningful purposes beyond mere survival. While the Terminator franchise has always explored the fragility and worth of life, Terminator 7 has the potential to take this theme further. Building upon the groundwork laid by Terminator Genesis and Dark Fate, the film could depict a pivotal shift in the franchise, demonstrating that even programmed cyborgs can transcend their initial design as killing machines and discover their capacity for growth and self-realization. Well, that's it for today. For now, make sure that you like our video. Please share your views in the comments section with us. Subscribe to the channel to get updated, and do not forget to hit the bell icon to never miss an update. Thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you at the next one.